Aloha, and welcome to Patti Knits and Spins. I'm Patti. You can find me on Ravelry as Pattisand. There is a group, Patti Knits and Spins podcast, so please come and join me. Today is, February 6th, 2015. This is episode 54. I'm back again. On today's show, I have some works in progress. I can tell you about a finished object. I'm going to update you on my floss tube. I have done a purchase and kind of catch you up on what I did last month and show you a couple of pictures that I took here in Hawaii. So sit back, relax, grab your beverage of choice, tea, your craft of choice, and let's chat. As some of you know, this is my yearly trip to Hawaii with my husband. He has a conference that we do every year for the first week of February. This time they moved it to the second week. So on the 30th of January, I boarded a plane at 1:15 in the morning. We flew to Seattle. We were in Seattle for several hours, I think like 4 hours. Got on a plane, and before we got on the plane, they told us that they were stopping in Portland because they needed more gas to push us over into Honolulu. They said 20 minutes, people. We'll only be on the ground for 20 minutes. An hour and a half later, we finally left. The stewardess was kind of ruling the plane, and it got worse as the flight went on. We were 2 hours late getting into Honolulu, which was all right because we were spending the night in Honolulu. And it was an interesting flight. Kind of makes you wonder how much gas these planes really carry. If they were worried about an hour shortage in the headwinds flying from Seattle to Honolulu, that kind of makes me nervous. But I'm going to trust Alaska Airlines and it'll be all right. So we're going to smile. We spent the night in Honolulu at the Hawaiian Hilton, and we always liked checking out. We always liked going to the Hawaiian Hilton, not staying, but just visiting because they used to have penguins. Well, they no longer have the penguins. They gave those to a different zoo, so there's only turtles at the Hawaiian Hilton. The next day, the 31st of January, we flew into the Big Island, Kailua Kona, and we are 2 hours out of Kona at the south point of the Big Island, staying in a rental home, which has been fabulous. I am now feeling very spoiled because we had our own pool, and that was great. Let me tell you, going swimming almost every day in your own pool is fabulous, and I can highly recommend it. What was really nice is that the house was cheaper than staying in a hotel. So that's really nice. We're in a very quiet neighborhood. You will probably hear the weed whacker once in a while going off in the background, but we're also on the edge of a golf course, and I've seen 4 people golf the whole time we've been here. So it's a very quiet golf course. We are leaving tomorrow for Maui, which we will stay for another week. We are scheduled to go back home on the 15th of February. I'm kind of really sad because I'd like to stay here because it's cold at home. It finally really decided to be Alaska and get cold. It was 30 below this morning. I have my son living at the house, so the house is being taken care of, so that's a really good thing. I've got some minor repairs I have to do when I get home because the fire alarms decided to malfunction several times right before we left. So once we get back, I'll have to see about fixing those. It's no fun when they just go off and then 10 minutes later they beep again. No, that's not fun. So that has been my last week and a half. We have not done a whole bunch. I do have a friend living here on the Big Island, but I was not feeling well the day we had scheduled to see each other, so I'm still recuperating from that surgery, and some days my body just tells me you need to relax. And I think it was from the flying and being 2 hours late and worrying about when we were going to take off and how things were going. I just needed that extra rest. So I feel very sad that I didn't get to see her, but hopefully in the next time, oh, sorry, drink, I'll be able to do that. Okay, so anyway, let's get on with the knitting. I brought, oh, excuse me. I brought 3 projects with me and only have touched 2. The first one is the test knit for Laura Linneman, her Afterthought heel. I finished the first sock, did a true Afterthought heel, and I got it all ready, and then I realized the setup that she has you doing, you need the stitch markers that are the I just bought some too. They look like safety pins, and I didn't have any, so I put it back on waste yarn and decided that I would just go ahead and knit the other one. So here's the start of the other one, and this one again will be a true Afterthought heel because I forgot to bring extra yarn. But yesterday my husband and I went into Hilo, which is an hour and a half away from where we're at, and there was a yarn store called the Benina, the sewing machine, and Yarn Barn, and it's up for sale. So if anyone of you are looking for a business opportunity on the Big Island in Hilo, there is a yarn store for sale. So at this yarn store, I was very good and did not pick up any yarn, any needles. I just picked up these plastic safety pins so I can start working on the Afterthought heel as soon as I get this other sock finished. And those socks are being knit in the Neon Now. It's a Plymouth yarn, if I recall, and I'm doing it on a 2.5 1.5 millimeter on 56 stitches around, and I have discovered that they are going to be too small for me, so these will be someone else's socks, so I'll have a pair of Giftmas socks for someone. So, and I'm all right with that. And it's living in my bird legs bag. The second thing that I brought with me, and I have actually been working on, is the Good Ale by Cecily Gluck McDonald. And here it is. And I'm really liking how this is knitting up. I'm knitting this on Rowan tweed. And of course I didn't bring any of those tags either. But it's a nice purple. Nice purple color. And I got quite a bit done. If you recall, last time I talked about this, I was only did the cast on and the setup row, and I've gotten quite a bit done. So, and I'm liking it a lot. I think it will fit. I'm doing the 38 size because that's what I am. The upper bust is a 38. And since it's an open cardigan, I think I can get away with the 38. So I'm very, very happy with that. Okay, this week I'm not going to do an Alaska fun fact. What I am going to do is a Hawaiian fact. I was sitting here a couple of days ago, and if you follow me on Instagram, you've already seen this photo of a chameleon. Let's see. Oh, yeah, you guys can see him. I looked him up, and he is a Jackson chameleon, and they supposedly are not on the Big Island. Well, I hate to tell the people in the know, they're on the Big Island. He was so stupid, though. He would climb down the wall, get halfway up, and thud. You could hear him hit the concrete floor, and he would thud. He did this for at least 20 minutes. And then he finally figured out that if he just turn the corner a little bit and go down, he would be getting away from people. So here is what he did when he turned the corner and got on the rock that they have in their garden here. So very cool, very, very cool chameleon. And, oh, here's a better picture too. Very, very, very cool. So they are not indigenous to Hawaii. And in fact, they kind of frown upon them because they do take over, and the females lay lots of eggs and eat bugs and birds and all that stuff that they shouldn't be eating. The other thing I found in their little garden, which was a lot of fun, were snails. And let me tell you, these guys are huge snails. Huge, huge, huge. So, very cool. And very cool. Okay, now that's all the knitting portion of the show and the fun fact for the show. I wanted to touch base with Floss Tube. I was going to record last Sunday, or the 1st, so I could show what I had done. I missed 2 days of stitching with traveling and doing other things. I just couldn't get to it. I forgot I do have another thing for knitting I'll show you later. But here is the January Garnet Fairy. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you haven't seen her. But if you do, I show her every day that I work on her. And right now, I am almost done with all of the stitching and need to start the beads. And as I was sitting here 2 days ago, I realized I left the key at home for the beads. So I have put in a request to Mirabilia's website to ask her, please, can you please send me just the bead key so that I can finish my project since I'm traveling. I have not heard back, but cross your fingers for me. I do think I know where 1 or 2 of the color of the beads go, so I could do those, but I think there's like 5 colors of beads that go in here, and I do still have to do some of the back stitch on her wings, and her feet need to be back stitched. But yeah, I'm almost done. I should be able to get done with this, hopefully in the next, if I get the beading key, I should be able to get it done next week. If not, it'll have to wait till I get home, which will make me very sad. I will be very sad. And the other thing I wanted to show you guys is I broke down. I was bad. I was very bad, but I will show you why. And I should have brought this up before I did the podcast. I have found the most beautiful Mirabilia that I purchased, and I cannot wait to do her. Let's see, and it is one of the ladies. Come on. Sorry, dead air. Nothing like dead air, right? Okay, hopefully you guys can see it. It is called Christmas in London. Isn't she beautiful? This is a brand new one that just came out in December. And I think she is fabulous. So I have the kit, the pattern coming in, all the kit except for all the DMC. And I'll get the DMC when I get to the home, because I have a whole bunch of DMC at home. What I am planning on doing is taking one of the Heaven and Earth designs and destashing it. I'm really thinking that I don't want to do the Starry Night, so I may be putting that up for a destash or gifting it to somebody. I'm not sure yet, because sorry, I keep sticking my tongue out because my stupid hair. But yeah, I'd rather do this one than the other one. So I'll start that probably in October, so it'll be done by December. I think it's going to be fabulous, and I'm very happy. Very, very happy. Though I do wish I had stuck with my idea and not, not got another one, but I couldn't resist. She's beautiful. She's so beautiful. Okay, and I told you before that I had a finished object, or I alluded to the finished object, I should say. I finished the Socks That Rock Wild Ride. Okay, waiting for the page to load here. Come on. I'll try again. There we go. So, here we go. And there it is. I love how it turned out. The colors are fabulous on it. I'm really, really happy I finally found the right pattern for this yarn. I would highly recommend this pattern. Let me see. Wild Ride. I did it on a size 7, which is a 4.5 millimeter. Out of the Socks That Rock Sheep to Shoe Kit in Bejeweled. This is a $5 pattern by Lila Agnew. So you should check it out. The other project that I brought with me is the Voyager hat that I'm making for my dad. And like I said, I didn't even touch it, so it has stayed in the suitcase. I always pack too many things to do. I kind of knew that between the socks wouldn't be enough, and I wasn't sure about the sweater until I got into it, and I knew the stitching, it definitely would not have been enough just for the stitching. So yeah, I think that's all I've got for you this week, except to say that I did spin my 4 ounces for last month, so I did follow up on that. I didn't buy any patterns in January, so I bought the Mirabilia in February, which, okay, yeah, that's gonna happen, I guess. I got 7 of the 10 blocks done for my my blanket, so I did do that. I'll show you that probably at the end of next month, or yeah, the end of this month I'll show you, because I'll try to do 12 or 13, I don't know, of those. I didn't buy any yarn in the month of January, yay! But yeah, so I broke 1, that's okay. And the sock blanket, if that doesn't get 10 every month, that's okay, as long as it gets some every month, so I can get it done. Yeah, I think that's all I've got for you this week. If you have any Hawaiian questions you'd like me to answer, I will definitely look those up. I will start doing the Fairbanks or the Alaska questions when I get back. I'm hoping to do another podcast from the islands before I go. The next island we're going to is Maui, so that will be a lot of fun. And it'll be for my husband's conference, so I'll definitely have a lot of alone time then. I hope you have enjoyed hanging out with me by the pool. I know you can't see it, but there's a pool right behind me. And the ocean, which you probably can't see either, is just way over there. It has been beautiful here. One day was kind of yucky, 2 days were very windy, but it's not bad. I would highly recommend a midwinter Hawaiian vacation for anybody, because they're fabulous. So I will leave you on this note. So if you're a new viewer, aloha and mahalo for joining me. And if you're a returning viewer, thanks so much for checking me out. I appreciate it. So till next week. Bye, guys. Oh, and whatever you craft, I hope you craft it to your heart's content. Bye.